Hey there, Tall Man Clan. Welcome back. Tonight, we're going to talk about our guy, FOTIS. So let's get into it. All right, so we have spent 6 amazing days here in Athens, and we could not have done nearly what we have done and accomplished in the 6 days without our guy. Again, his name's FOTIS. And he's not a tour guide. He's a local that's been driving people around Athens for 25 years. I got a video. He's going to tell you some of this himself. Okay. But there's a few things that I want to preface. Obviously, he's got a Greek accent, but he speaks English really good. Obviously, we've understood everything he said. Also, unfortunately, we filmed it at our little final supper with him, and it was a little bit loud there.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, he speaks louder than I do. But I don't know if he was camera shy, but he was really quiet. And so I may have to go over some of the things he says. Okay. So FOTIS came to us through a mutual friend. We are going to put his information down here. Okay. And so without further ado, let me introduce you to FOTIS. All right. So I've been promising you guys a video with our guy. This is our guy. He's got a name. His name is FOTIS. We met FOTIS through a mutual friend. And he has basically planned our entire time here. Now, we've been here for 6 days. If you do any research before you come to Greece, specifically the Athens area, there is so much to see, it can be overwhelming. So I said to FOTIS, we have 6 days, fill up the calendar, and fill it up in a way that we can get the most out of it. So, before I ask you, too many questions, first, so everyone knows, how long have you been driving people around?
More than 25 years.
More than 25 years. If someone's coming to Athens, right, to the Athens area, what would be your best recommendation for them for sightseeing?
Coming to the first time, we need to visit all the tourists, their problem. Nobody knows all the other highlights of Athens city. In this region, the better option to see at 3 or 5 hours all the more famous highlights of the Athens city. That means Acropolis, the Cave of Olympian Shoes, the older classical stadium, the Kilica Metros for the best romantic and panoramic view to the Athens city, some museum, and that is the wonderful area also, which will drive you to the Black area because it's the old town of Athens city. The Athens, you have also more of the 3,000-year history. The people that come in here respect that, and you need a visitor more or less 3-4 hours to the center of Athens city. This is a wonderful idea.
We're going to leave a way to contact FOTIS in the description. And so if you're going to be coming to Athens for more than a day or two, and you want someone, FOTIS, which by the way, this is a family business. His brother, let's say you have a big group and you need more than one vehicle. His brother, they do this together. And we met him, George, that's his name, at least his American name. And same face, no hair. A little bit longer beard, but it can accommodate more than a couple people. So if you want to contact these guys, we'll have their information down in the description, and feel free. And so we have no skin in the game here. We don't have any benefits of you contacting them. We're not making any money for this. We are just doing this as a courtesy to all our subscribers out there. If you're watching this, you should be subscribing so that you guys can have the best use of your time here in Athens. All right, so what FOTIS was saying was just there's so much to do inside of Athens. Depending on your time here, he'll be able to maximize your time, whether it's the Acropolis, the Temple of Zeus, the museums. He actually today he drove us. I don't know how he did it, but like through the Placa. The street was barely wide enough for a car. I didn't even know a car could go down there. Ministeraki Square. It just all around. Okay, but besides that, if you watched our wrap-up video from Athens, within a 3.5 hour drive from Athens are many other major historic sites, from Delphi, Corinth, Olympia, Poseidon, right? But these are a drive, right? And there's like Poseidon, the Temple of Poseidon. You want to be there at night. You want to see the sun setting. That's one of the big things about that location. And so he planned it. He planned it all out. And we have been with him 12 to 16 hours nearly every single day. He started that he picked us up at the airport, which, if you didn't know, the airport for Athens is outside of Athens. It's about 40-ish minute drive with traffic, 45 minutes. And so he picked us up there, brought us into town, picked us up from the cruise. We started, and then he's meeting us tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. to take us to the airport again. Yeah. So realistically, we've had him for a total of 8 days. Again, the pickup to the airport is a shorter thing, but with everything that we've done, and again, if you watch the wrap-up video, you will see it's an amazing amount of things. Not just that. Again, he's not a tour guide. He's not going to go into these ancient sites with you and tell you everything about it. But he will tell you about the things along the way that you may not know. He will bring you to local places that a tour guide isn't going to take you.
Yes.
We went to a lot of beaches. We went to a lot of restaurants. A lot of sites to get great photos of things that we can show you, but a tour guide's not going to do. And beside that, he treated it like he's known us all his life. And again, anytime we needed something, he would go get us something to drink. If we were thirsty, you need something to drink? I'd say, we're a little thirsty. We've been walking around. Sure, he pulled over, and we'd get it. No, stay there. What do you want? I said, water. Get us water and a Coke. I'm like, how much? He said, no, I got it. I mean, the man wouldn't let us buy anything. When we went out to lunch, he paid for it for us. It's probably in our fee. We're, I'm sure, in the end, paying for it, which I'll talk about in just a second. But he took care of everything. Everything. We didn't have to worry about nothing. And he kept on telling us, even here, if you need anything, call me.
He had a spare jacket. Yeah. He had an umbrella. He had these things for us to sit on the beach.
Yeah, everything. Right down to a plastic bag to put our
shoes in
when they were right.
Yeah.
So he took great care of us. If you're coming here and you want somebody to make your time here extra special, you got to call FOTIS.
Yeah.
Okay. His phone number and email are down in the description. By the way, make sure you tell him that we sent you. As I mentioned in the video, we really there's no financial gain here for us. This isn't he's not this part of a massive business, and this is an affiliate thing. We just want to pass this on because he has made our time here so special that we want to pass this on to you.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
So you have an idea now. Your stay here may be different. If you don't want to go to Olympia, that's 3 hours one way, one direction, or 6 hours total in a car, your costs may be different, which, by the way, send him your itinerary of what you want to do. Okay? He will send you a price so that you know coming ahead of time. Okay? All said and done, it cost us about $100 a day per person. And it wasn't charged that way. He just, today, he's like, I'm like, how much? Because this was different for us. We just, again, contacted him and said, I've got 6 days. We want to see everything that we can. I don't care if it's all day, all night, as long as you're good with it. We don't keep you away from your family. Right? He's married and got some kids. And he's like, nope, I'm here for you. Whatever you want to do, that's great. Pack it in. It's all you. He says, so I didn't even know what this was going to cost us until today. When I asked him, I said, okay, FOTIS, what do I owe you? Because he told me what the price was. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. For the sort of, it was like about $100 if we divide it out, about $100 a day per person, like 8 days.
Yeah.
So it was nothing. If you're on a cruise and you want to get off on an excursion for 5 hours, it's $180 per person, right? I cannot tell you the benefits of using someone like FOTIS, and even if it isn't him, there are others. But he wouldn't even let us pay for food. we only paid for one meal the entire time we were here. We went out and went grocery. He took us grocery shopping for food for our apartment because we've got the kitchen. We did a video on that so you could see it. We had breakfast here, but every other meal we had with him. And there's so much freaking food. If we didn't finish it, we brought the rest back and had it as a snack at the apartment. So we paid for one meal here. Oh no, that's not true. Yeah, we paid for one meal. That was it. I'm thinking how many, because we've been here 6 days. We've eaten obviously a lot. If you don't, Greek meals, the plates, they're huge, they're gigantic, and so to sit down and eat, and it's let me also preface, so you know, and I know we're talking about FOTIS, but we're talking about meals at the same time. Eating here is different. You don't order like a plate and it just, in most cases, and it's just your meal. Like in the United States, you go to a restaurant and you're going to order a steak. It's going to be steak, potatoes, whatever. You're going to get your plate. And Lisa, she's going to order, chicken or whatever, steak and potatoes. She's going to get her plate. It's not this. You order a bunch of plates and you get like 5 or 6 things down the center of the table. And you end up with a small little plate, right? Just a small little plate. And so you're pulling food off the middle of the table. And this is kind of how it is.
Family style.
It's all family. There you go. It's all family style here.
Yeah.
Lunch or dinner. They're not big on breakfast, but boy, are they big on lunch and dinner. Lunch for them is about 2 o'clock and dinner is 8-ish, 9 o'clock, something like that. So we always had leftovers. But again, he didn't let us pay for any of this. We're trying to cross the street. He's like, stop in traffic. I mean, it was like we were his little kids. It was great. So as not to repeat myself, but if I'm going to
Stop threatening.
If you want to make your time here extra special, please contact FOTIS and let them know we sent you. All right, until we see you all again, be safe.